I would like to invite Dr. Syed Shariq Naeem, Assistant Professor in the Department of Pharmacology, JNMCH Aligarh, and the organizing secretary of this workshop. Sir would be enlightening us on the topic AI tools for research question generation. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Abhinav. So now we begin with our next session. And this session will be all about demonstrations. So after this session, we will only have demonstrations. And we'll try to go very slowly. We'll encourage you to ask questions. You can stop us whenever you want. And that will be, and also you can, okay. So you can ask questions as well. And what we are going to do is we have revamped our whole approach. And what we are going to do in this session is that we'll have a systematic approach, how to write different kinds of, how to use different kinds of AI softwares. And while doing so, we'll be doing 8 or 9 software which are there, and after that we'll go to ChatGPT. So before we go further, we should understand what is the difference between a computer software, a normal computer software, and AI software, because we are going to use a lot of AI softwares. Therefore, we want to have a difference. What is the difference between an AI software and a normal computer software? And let's take this example with this figure of Super Mario. So if it wants to go from site A to site B, so if we want to go to site A to site B, we have to write a computer software. So what we need in the computer software is that what is the coordinates of site A, what is the coordinates of site B, what is the difference between site A and site B, does it have to go straight way or does it have to go sideways, everything. So it will answer this question by doing what the Mario just did. So the Mario just went from site A to site B. This is your normal software, normal computer software. So what is the problem with the normal computer software? So the computer software, whenever there is unknown glitches, it runs in the normal softwares will run in a very, very ideal environment. So whenever there is hurdles, there are glitches, so this Mario will not be able to run through this. So from A to B, it will go and it will hit this wall and it will not go further. This is the problem with the normal computer software, that they can't make any decisions. So what is the difference between now with the normal computer softwares and these the AI generated or the AI based computer softwares? It is that they can make this decision to go over it. What it means is that they have intelligence. What do you mean by intelligence? That these AI based softwares, they can recognize that there is a pattern. So there is a hurdle, they recognize this. And after that, they can make a decision. So there are two important things here. One, that they can recognize the patterns, and after that, they can also take decisions based on that recognition. This is what the AI is doing. So to make an AI software, it is very, very difficult, challenging thing, because there are n number of hurdles. For example, the ChatGPT has 170 billion kinds of parameters that it has learned. So it is a very, very huge data set. And after that, we come to a point where the program is intelligent enough to make its own decisions. Otherwise, it will be a simple computer program which can run through. We can have some contingencies for these, for few of the hurdles, but it will never have the contingency for all the hurdles. So therefore, there is a difference between a normal computer program and the AI generated computer program. So what we are going to do, we have listed almost we have listed almost 7 to 8 computer programs, which are AI-based computer programs, and we will go through it one by one. And through a very systematic manner, we have some keywords, and we'll use those keywords, use those papers, so that you will be able to understand these programs very easily. We'll go very slowly. You can stop us wherever you think there is an issue, and we'll go back and we'll try to give more info on that point. So first is whenever you start research, you will start with reading papers, and there are very difficult words or formulas in that. So you have to search Google. So there is a software which can be used to explain those difficult words. Then after that, there is a issue about the research idea, how to generate the research idea. There was a question, I think, in the chat box that it will block the research idea. So my point of view is that, and you may differ from the point of view. My point of view is that these research ideas, these softwares, these AI-based softwares, they can only give you an assistance. They will never replace you, because you are the one who is doing much of the work. You are the one who is taking the decisions here. These softwares, at this point of time, at least, they are not that good that they will replace you as a researcher or as a writer, as a medical writer. You can have assistance from them. You can have their help in writing the paper, but the final call is yours. They will not be able to write a good paper. They will be able to write a paper per se, but they will not be able to write a good paper. And of course, nowadays, we have tools. The scientists are developing tools to actually know if the paper has been written by an AI tool. So there is the tools have been generated. They are being generated by which you can actually know whether this part has been written by a human being or by let's say ChatGPT, because the ChatGPT interface is open. The ChatGPT is developed by the OpenAI. Its model is open, so anyone can reverse search it. So while doing a reverse search, it can tell you that this idea, the ChatGPT has written this idea. So that is one thing. So it will never replace you. So generating of research idea and research question formulation, these can be done with the help of the AI. The AI will help you in this regard. It will never replace you. Then we have review of literature. It can also help in review of literature by compiling up different papers. And it can select the best paper, and it can also map very good software to map the closest paper. It will help you out very, very much in paper writing, especially at the time of review of literature. Then, of course, the AI can generate the whole paragraph. It has power to generate paragraph. It can help you in the writer's block. It can help you in paraphrasing, grammar, plagiarism, checking, and summarizing the abstract. These all things can be done. Then finally, we come to the reference management tools, which will help you manage the references. And then finally, we'll talk about the ChatGPT. So in this part, in my part of this talk, we'll discuss 3 tools. First is the Chat PDF. The second one is the SciSpace, and the third one, which is very wonderful tool, is Consensus. So we'll discuss all these tools one by one. So the first thing is we'll be using these 2 keywords, CYP2C9 and Finitoin. So if you're searching with this, you will be end up with different papers. What we are using, it's a paper that is the effect of genetic polymorphism of CYP2C9 and 19 on phenytoin metabolism in Japanese adult population with epilepsy, and studies of stereotypes, and also it also has the population pharmacokinetics. So you are searching like this kind of paper, and while searching, especially for the GR ones or who are doing who are just joined a clinical uh, MD, so it is difficult to learn about the scientific terminology. So for that, you just browse on, and you see in this paper there is a term called as non-MAM. So when this term comes, and now what you do, you will go to the Google and you will search the non-MAM, and the Google will give you some websites. You will go to the website and you will learn about what is non-MAM is. That is what normally it is done. What this tool that is called as SciSpace can do, it can help you out in this kind of difficult terminology while starting your research, while starting to frame the important keywords, while starting to gather an area of research. It will help you out in this kind of research activity. So this is a tool called as SciSpace. It is present at this website, that is typeset.io. And what it has a add-on called as Copilot. It is Chrome only Copilot. So when you install this Copilot, you will have a small icon, this face-shaped icon, which will appear on your extension part of the extension ribbon of the Chrome icon, Chrome browser. And this means that this software, this your Copilot is reading all these software, all this material which is on this website. So what you do, so let's say if you can see this Copilot is here. This is a video of my browser. So the Copilot is here, and it is reading all these things. When it is active, it's in a red color, and it is reading all these things in the article. So when I ask him a question by highlighting the non-MAM, it will say explain. So I will click on the explain text, and then it will take some time, and it will explain what is this term non-MAM. So here it is defining the non-MAM as the extended least square to estimate population pharmacokinetics parameter. So it is used in the research paper to analyze the data for genetic polymorphism and phenytoin metabolism in Japanese patients. So basically what it's saying is a pharmacokinetic tool, population pharmacokinetic tool. That is very right. That is actually what it is. So you can also do search for the formula, and we all know that we are from a biology background, and how much we are afraid of these formulas. So this tool can also help us in that regard also. So we can highlight again the whole formula and then ask it to explain the text. While doing that, it will explain the whole formula. I mean, look at that. It will explain the whole formula. So because of they are the AI tools, they will take some time, including ChatGPT. So here it is. It can explain the whole formula. And in simple terms, so it says that this equation is used to determine how quickly phenytoin is metabolized in the liver based on the concentration of the drug in the blood plasma and the genetic makeup of the enzyme. This is exactly what this formula is. I know because I'm doing population pharmacokinetics. So this is exactly what it means from this formula. So this is a very good tool. One more thing which is very good in this tool is it can also summarize your paper. And when we go through the ChatGPT, you will find out that it is better in summarizing the paper than ChatGPT, and we'll see about that. So we'll go here. You can also write the questions, and if you have any other question, you can write the question. It will answer your question. So this will summarize what is the purpose of this web page. So it will summarize all the points in the web page here. So this study is basically to find out the mutation of CYP2C9 genes impaired, and this allele in CYP2C9 would have dramatic increase in the phenytoin concentration even at the lower doses, and it can also provide insights into the effect of genetic polymorphism of phenytoin metabolism and has implication in clinical use of phenytoin in patients with epilepsy. This is the major takeaway from this article. So it has somewhat summarized your article. So if you are trying to read a lot of articles in a very short span of time, this tool may be very of very good use to you. If you are trying to start a new paper, if you're trying to start to build up your thesis, if you want to write a new project, then to start with a lot of papers, you will be really benefited from this tool. Okay. Next tool is our chat PDF, is basically called as the chat GPT of the PDF. So you will upload the PDF here and then you can ask questions. Mind you, all these tools are almost free. That means these tools are free up to a limit. Some tools are almost totally free, but this tool like ChatGPT is almost free in the sense that it allows you to have 3 PDFs per day. You can ask questions about 3 PDFs per day. So it's not completely free, but it's almost free. So ChatPDF has some difficulties. So sometimes it's asked question in different languages. So you have to ask him, ki, bhai, give me the answer in English. So we asked him to change the answer to English. So it will change its format to English, and then you can ask the question in the chat box, as well as you can have the question pre-planned question, pre-defined questions here. So it does also gives us a very good intro about the article. Next tool for us is how to generate a research idea. And this is, I mean, if you have different kind of tool, this one comes right at the top. This is called as the consensus. So the people in the internet and internet forums, they are saying that it's basically ChatGPT and Google, they marry, so their child will be consensus. So you can see this user interface of consensus. It's very much like Google. So you can ask the questions here. It's a Google for research paper, but what it does after that is very important. It's very it's really wonderful to. Oh, there's a question. Sir, can SciSpace explain any graph HPE image also? Similarly, the example in Math Formula which you showed. So the answer to the question is all these softwares that are present at this point of time, they will not explain any image. These are natural language. The algorithm is of natural language. So you can ask questions based on natural language, but it will not be able to explain. So for that, there are tools like Midjourney is there, and DALL-E is there, which are pretty good tools. They can generate images, but they will not be able to generate very good scientific images. Believe me, we have searched, we have tried, but they are not able to generate images that like we want for our scientific papers. And one more question is validation done for these AI tools? No. And I will give an example when we'll be using ChatGPT, that it can fake some things. It can say wrong answers also. So that's why I'm saying that they are the assistant. you are the malik of these things. So you have to behave like you are the boss. And these things are the assistant, and also depends upon what kind of question that you are asking. So coming back to this uh, to this consensus. So you can ask this question at this bar. Yeah. So you can ask this question at this bar, and you can get an answer here. So let's say we have two of our keywords, that is CYP2C9 and phenytoin, and we'll ask about this question to find out some research paper on this. So it give us a set of research papers, especially which are highly cited. So these research papers are there. So now what we want to do is to convert this keywords into some sort of a research question. So to generate that, we'll write a small question that does CYP2C9 polymorphism correlates with the level of phenytoin, and then we start searching, and it will give us a findings of these articles in this page. So the magic happens after that. We have so many articles are there. After that, we have a tool here called as synthesize. When we click it open, and then it will synthesize very good material. So it will synthesize, it will give us a summary that these studies suggest that CYP2C9 polymorphism is associated with increased serum phenytoin levels, altered pharmacokinetics, increased risk of clinical toxicity, and it is synthesized the summary based on the top 10 papers which it searched like a Google. Okay. It also has this consensus meter. So whatever the question that you have asked, it makes a consensus whether it is right or not. So it is saying that yes, there is a consensus, 100% consensus that CYP2C9 polymorphism will affect the levels of phenytoin. So this is what it can do. But this is our primary question. So now we have to, there is a consensus. So we can't use this question for our research study. We want to find out different question so that there is no consensus. So that's why we want to use, we want to add on this question. So let's see in this second part, second paper, we have this bone mineral density also. So we can add bone mineral density to this, and let's see what happens. The question is, Shamir is asking, sir, does they analyze paid articles also? Yeah, they analyze all the articles which are available. They will be analyzing all the articles. So you have to think about how they are using this kind of knowledge, where they are getting from this this knowledge. All the articles, whether they are paid or unpaid, they are on the internet. So there are ways to access those articles. Okay. But they are blocked by the paid firewall. So for us, we have to pay that firewall, and then you can access those articles. So for these sites, they have already accessed either through paid firewall or through any other means. They have accessed all these papers. So yes, they have accessed all the papers. Okay. So once we have synthesized it, so we have a question, which is a preliminary question: does CYP2C9 polymorphism correlates with the level of phenytoin? We want to further refine this question by adding a layer. How do we refine this question? We'll ask We'll ask the question, we'll ask one more layer by adding bone mineral density. So does CYP2C9 polymorphism correlates with the level of phenytoin and bone mineral density? Let's see what it says. So it says that there is not enough data to form a consensus. There's only one article which is there, CYP2C9 association with the BMD and phenytoin, but there is no enough. There is not enough data which is available to make a consensus. Then this becomes a very good question. You understand? Because there is not enough data. There is a research gap. So this research gap can be exploited by using this using this kind of questions. So that's how you will generate a good research question. So that is the end of this this session. If there's any other question, then we can answer, or we will discuss after after 2 or 3 sessions. We'll again discuss this kind of in ChatGPT.
Thank you, sir, for such a resourceful presentation, as well as taking all the queries. Here, we come to the end of the second talk for the day.